Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityur Ma Amritangamaya Avir Maidhi Rudro Jatte Dakshinang Mukham Te Namang Pahi Nityam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light and illumination. Lead us from death to immortality, and evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So, we are back to our reading of the Shanti Gita. We are in the chapter 6, and we read about the creation of this universe. That was the discussion going on. And the idea is that it is said that Anantapurna, on verse number 31 we read, that in this infinite consciousness, Ananta Purna Chaitanya Mahamaya Vijrimbhita. The Mahamaya is expressing, actually manifesting. Kasmin Dese Chaunumatrang Bistrita Nama Rupata. So it is manifested in some places as a little part of it. That means this creation is not the whole. Brahman is much beyond, so only a little part of that is creation. Like you look at the ocean, the ripples and waves are only a little. There is nothing in comparison to the content of the ocean water. If you compare the ocean water and you compare the waves and ripples on the surface, how big and how turmoil it may be or how small, put together, it is nothing in comparison to that. That's why he says that it is Maya has manifested in the infinite undivided consciousness. Which part of that consciousness can she feel even a little with the names and forms? A little bit of manifestation has come. Now 32 verse we have read also, that says that no Maya atisayam kartung brahmani kanchidarhati Chaitanyam sabalena eva nānā-bhāvena pradashyate. Maya is not capable of doing anything, wonder in Brahman, because you cannot make any change in the Brahman. Maya is the power of Brahman, but Maya cannot change. That's the dualistic theory. The world has become like this, It is not a transformation. It is an appearance. Vivartavad is the philosophy, so he is bringing the idea of Vivartavad, that whatever Maya has done, Maya is never capable of doing any vikara or change or wonder in Brahman. The consciousness by its own inherent power, that is called that Brahman has its own inherent power, and what is that power? Aghatana, ghatana, potyosi maya. That is the power which is impossible to happen. He makes it possible. Impossible, this creation is not there, but see, it is so strong in our perception. It is, and we are so bothered about every tidbit things of this life, But it is actually Brahman is there. That's how it is happening. It is by the Maya. Maya comes from where? Is another power? No, it is the Shakti of the Brahman. That's why, it is not talking about the Tantra idea that Brahman and Shakti are one, and almost it is coming to that idea. No Maya atisayam kurtung brahmani kurtita. In the Brahman, this change he cannot do anything. Maya cannot do any change, or wonder means vikar or transformation. what happened? Chaitanya sa baleno eva. Chaitanya, the consciousness, by its own power, own inertia, that you have to say something, how that absolute becomes many. So there should be some power which makes it transform. It appears to be transforming. Inherent power alone displays various forms. So it is by his own magical power, and there is nothing very much to say that extraordinary external power has forced Brahman to become like this. That means this is appearance and not the ultimate truth. That is 33rd verse gives a clear idea about this creation theory. He says, Vivartam, we are reading 33 today. Vivartam swapnavat sarvam, vivartam swapnavat sarvam, odhisthane tu nirmale, odhisthane tu nirmale, akase dhumavat maya, akase dhumavat maya, tatkarjam api vistritam, tatkarjam api vistritam, sangasparsa tato nasti, sangasparsa tato nasti, nambarang malinam tataha, nambarang malinam tataha. It's a beautiful verse which to be contemplated to understand the creation according to Vedanta. So what he says, vivartam, this is all vivarta. Vivarta means without getting any transformation, any change. It looks like that. Without the least change, the changeless appears like this changeful. This is the very Vivarta is Shankara's great philosophy, but he's all the what's called the commentaries are established on this Vivarta-vada. It is sapnavat. Then how it is? It is like a sapna. As you have had the experience of sapna, dream last night. So you saw it. But the infinite, you are lying in your bed and you have created something in your mind. And can I hold it? Suppose you are seeing some dream. There is tiger is attacking you, or you are running after a car, or you are being hit by something, or you are having some good feast. And I can hold like that. I can hold any. There is no existence of that. It is existence only in the mind. Mind has created that, and mind itself is Maya. That's why another important point. Swami Vivekananda says, mind is Maya. What is Maya? You try to understand Maya? Look at your mind. Mind is creating and recreating. Mind says it is real. I say it is real. Mind says it is not. I say it is not. So it is the creation of the mind. And so vivartam sapnavat. That vivarta, everything illusory. Vivarta, in the universe, what you see. And where is there any ground of it? It is sapnavat, it is like a dream. But is there any dreamer? Sarvam odhisthane, that odhisthana, the substratum of this universe, what you see like this, it is like a snake created by your mind. And the snake has never become, rope has never become snake. Whether you are crying or you are weeping or you are rejoicing, it is snake has been in your mind only. Without changing the rope, you are crying because the snake has bitten you or snake is chasing you in the darkness. No? In ignorance, you are thinking that which is Brahman unchangeable, the rope, you are thinking as snake. And that snake is creating all the types of anxieties, worries, and how you are to go to doctor, hospital, etc. And that odhisthana is to nirmale, is stainless. That is the foundation. Satchidananda Brahman, stainless at the background. What is the example? How can you understand that? Akāse dhumavat. Look at the akash in the space. There is smoke or the cloud. It is true, it appears true, but it is not. It is only it is created in certain temperature, it can, with another temperature it will all be dropping like that of a rain, or it will evaporate. It has no permanent existence. Here is the point. We have to understand that akāse dhūmavat. Maya is like dhuma, smoke. Acha, even forget about cloud, better example, smoke they have given. So if the smoke comes in the sky, you see, when fire goes, we say, oh, there is smoke. Acha, smoke actually pollutes the entire place, maybe, no? But can smoke remain, pollute the space? Space, remaining space. Smoke comes, smoke goes. It does not touch at all the sky, the space. Sky remaining pure, stainless. It appears, it is like a smoke and fumes and all this is still, but it is not true. Truth is the space remaining untouched by the smoke or the fire or whatever is happening. Similarly, the Atman, the Brahman, the consciousness, that self, witness, whatever we name, that remains untarnished, untouched, unadulterated. Even if we see as if it is polluted, that's why you call as if it looks as if. So akāse dhūmavat maya. So the maya, it is like a dhuma, the smoke, in the space. And tat karjamapi vistritam, the smoke can expand in all directions. Sangasparso, but this expansion or in contained space, there is no sangha. Sangha means association. Sparso, no touch. It is there, but untouched. Space is the best example. Fire comes, smoke comes. Akash, so the space remains ever pure. You cannot touch it. It's so fine. It is so subtle. So here, Atman is so pure, Brahman is so pure, stainless. It is untarnished by this Maya as it appears. Even if it appears, it cannot pollute. It cannot touch that. So, tat karjam sangasparso tato nasti. There is no touch of association with the smoke. So Maya, though it is seen like this, it is untouched by the consciousness. Consciousness is untouched by all this appearance or disappearance. No ambarang malinang tat. Ambar means space, never becomes malina, dirty. So this is the Vivartavada theory. Everything is illusory, like a dream. Maya and its effect, the visible universe, have spread upon the substratum of the pure consciousness. They gave the example before. Then you drop some oil on the surface of the river or any container, it spreads. You put it in one place, but the oil spreads like that. Similarly, Maya spreads. The conscious entity that is Satchidananda, as if covered by Maya. That's why Maya, pure consciousness, it is spread upon the substratum, and the substratum is the pure consciousness. Just like smoke spreads into space. If you smoke one place, it just expands in all directions. There is no association or contact between the smoke and the space. So consciousness and the Maya has no association in that way, according to Vedanta. Shakta philosophy will be say that is also Brahman, Brahman's power. So it is also true. Brahman is true, Brahman's power is also true. That's why this invisible universe is nothing but the Divine Mother. mother everywhere. Mother the transcendent, mother sakara upi nirākāraḥ. Mother is in the akara, mother is in beyond akara. Therefore the space is not stained by the malina ambarang malinam tata. Therefore the space ambara is not stained malinam tata. But how do we know it is Maya? The 34th verse. I can have a little discussion here. What is that? Parināṃ-vād. There are different philosophies. One philosophy says Parināṃ-vād. Parināṃ-vād means that God has transformed, or Brahman has become the world. If you say so, it is Vedanta will not accept that philosophy. It is the philosophy of the dualism. It is the milk has converted into yogurt. If milk is converted into yogurt, it cannot come back to milk again. So this is the Parināṃ-vād. It has already converted into the other thing, one thing converted into another. Parinato. It has become changed into something else. So this world, the Brahman has become this. If you say so, then Brahman is not eternal. Brahman is subject to change. Milk is subject to change, and the change transforms the milk into another type of object, another type of item, which is not exactly milk. Milk's effect is one thing, yogurt's effect is different, no? Yogurt you call it as probiotic. Milk has probiotic, so everyone could have drunk milk. Huh? I do not know science. No. So milk cannot, people cannot drink milk and say, I am taking probiotic. But people will say, I am taking yogurt, yogurt is probiotic. Huh? That means you transform one thing to the another. Its characteristics and in other things also changes. So this, if you say Brahman has become this, that's good. But it has no way to go back to milk again. No back to go to Brahman. But Upanishad says Brahman is absolute, Brahman is one without a second. That will conflict. That it has been transformed and it has taken a new shape. So this, if you say, accept the theory of Parināṃ-vād, Sankara will say, you can justify the nature of the Brahman then. You are saying Brahman is Satchidananda, Brahman is absolute, it cannot be converted into anything, it is unchangeable, absolute, infinite, beginningless, endless reality. If it is beginningless, endless, how it can be transformed into something which is limited and has its existence in a particular time, and so many changes are happening in it. Unchanging, then how it is changing? That's why Vedanta simply says, it is your illusion. Nothing is changing. You are only thinking that it is changing. It is your misconception. So get out of your misconception and think that you are stainless Atman, or what you see, it is only Brahman. But now the question is that now the question is coming, how to understand it is this universe then. It is the effect of Maya. So you can understand by its karja, effect. Karan should be, cause should be there. Looking at this world, we call it Maya because we see these things. Where did it come? Therefore we use it. So this karjanu miya sa maya, karjanu miya sa maya, dahoka anala shaktivat, dahoka anala shaktivat, abhigyayar anumiyate, Obhigyoir onumiyate eta obhigyoir onumiyeta jagad-drishtva sakaranam karjanu-meyasa maya dahaka anala-shaktivat obhigyoir onumiyeta jagad-drishtva sakaranam. Now, karja onumeyase maya. How can I know Maya is playing all this role? You're seeing the effect. What is the effect? This universe, as you see, seeing this sun, moon, stars, human being, where it come from? So, it is the karja, the effect of Brahman. So, karja onumeya of that Maya, it's because the Maya Shakti, which actually not there, it creates certain things. That's why it is said, Maya has two aspects. One is called āvarana, after vikshepa. Āvarana means it covers your knowledge. Maya always, or ignorance always does two things. First of all, it will veil the knowledge. And then it will create something which is not there. That is the beauty of Maya. That's why we give always the example of the movie. When you go to the movie hall, you see everything. Or your friends, you are going and you are just sitting in a chair and having some popcorn and enjoying your stay and just for fun. We went there. Now this knowledge will be off. First by āvarana. It covers our knowledge. So see, there the music goes on gradually and then slowly the light is off. It is darkness, āvarana. It covered the reality that we are all sitting side by side. We come to fun and enjoy, no? And now, slowly, our full attention focuses, vikshepa. It is the projection. Actually, it's called projection, no? A movie is projected on the screen. That projection, when it starts, but our full attention goes from the reality, what is this, and goes into, suppose there is a horror movie. Immediately you get excited and enter into that horror mood. And you are tense there. And you are sometimes feeling what is going to happen now, probably, and you identify with them. Is it not? Not only it happens there, but our identification goes so much. People sometimes cry, sometimes shout, sometimes all this reaction come, as if what is going on, not only it is projection, identification with the projection. 3D movie. So we went to see one time 3D movie, and there the jungle and the snake, and the snake was just biting, and we were sitting in our own seat. We jumped out, and as if the bites and also they create such environment that a little blow of air comes here, little sprinkle of water also comes. You feel that as if you are in between, and the children were jumping and crying. No? So it is not there. Is there anything really? It is only a projection. And because of the glass, Maya glass, the 3D glass, if you take out this, then you see it is only a distant screen. But if you put it here, you see it is happening on your head here. So this is the Maya glass. Maya glass makes it so real. It is āvarana, is covering the truth, covering that we come here for enjoyment and fun, and we are crying there. Why you cry? Entering into the Maya, you cry. You forget the reality, you are in a safe movie hall, nothing is happening, there is no jungle, there is no snake, there is no tiger, nothing is there. But we are feeling the presence of all these things. So that's why it is called Maya. So Maya has these two aspects of this. Acharya means Shankara says, Brahmani avasthita maya vikshepa avriti rupika avritya akhandatang tasmin jagat jiva prakalpayat. And what happens? It is Acharya says, Shankara says, Brahmani avasthita maya. Maya remains in Brahman. It is the Shakti of Brahman, is it not? The power, the person and his music talent, the person and his oratory skill. You cannot separate out. It is there. When it manifests, then you say, oh, he's a great orator. Oh, he's a great musician. So, Brahmani avasthita maya. This maya rest is with the Brahman. Vikshepo avriti. What is the maya's two magic stick? One is it covers, and another thing is covering power and projecting power. Avritya akhandatang. When it covers, it akhandata, the unbroken unit, that is broken by avaran, by covering aspect. And then there creates jiva jagat prakalpayat. I am individual, and this jagat is there, the world is there, I am there, I am seeing this, and I am a part of that movie, and then I am all the actions and reactions are happening. So this is the Shankara's idea. So there cannot be any Maya without Brahman. That's the point. Major point is that there cannot be Maya without the substratum of Brahman. Brahman must be there. Waves cannot be there without the ocean. How much you can think about. Ocean is the reality. Waves are unreal. Why unreal? It is sometimes there, sometimes not there. Sometimes it manifests, sometimes does not. Avarana and vikshepa. So here, karja anumeya, the very cosmic ignorance, Maya, can only be inferred by the effects. Effect is what? Just like dahoka, anala shaktivat. That means like the power of fire, as it's understood. How do you understand that there is fire? It's a burning power. So, as you understand the power of fire, what is the fire? Fire means burning power. So, when you find a burning power, then you say it's a fire. So, similarly, it can be Maya. If there is Brahman, there can be Maya. But Maya cannot exist independently. That is the major point, that this whole world cannot be true without the substratum of Brahman. That means we have to focus our mind in Brahman. That's why it is said that the very cosmic ignorance, that means the Maya, can only be inferred by its effects, just as the power of fire is understood by the burning. Now, obhigyair anumiyeta, those who are obhigya, or your obhigyata, your own experience, observing the world or experience by your own experience, it causes Brahman. Observing the world, we can understand its cause, Brahman, can be inferred. We see the world, therefore we have to understand its ground is Brahman. Without the background of Brahman, without the background of the ocean, you look at we go to this beach, we look only on the waves, but we don't see the untroubled, calm, serene, infinite expanse of the ocean water below. So we only look at the world. World we are looking in the name and form, its transformation, its birth, death, decay, this, that going on. But it's going on the foundation of that unchanging absolute, what is the ocean of Brahman. So this is observing the world, its cause can be inferred. That's why those who are intelligent people, they can look this world not only its present existence, but it goes to the foundation what is the ground of this appearance? All the ground of this appearance is like in the ground of experience in the white screen. Or the ground of experience is going because Maya. But the ground, this experience is going on through the glass. But the ground is what? Ground is called the unchanging reality, Satchidananda. So the 34th verse says that very cosmic ignorance, Maya, can only be inferred. If someone asks, where is Maya? How can you see Maya? Well, you see the world. This world itself is a proof that there is Maya. And what is Maya? Maya cannot be independent. So if you see Maya, there is Brahman also, as the ground of it. That's why I try to see Brahman through the Maya. Through the lens of Maya, you can penetrate. That's the only few intelligent people. They can see like this. Unintelligent people or ignorant people see the world only. They don't see the play of Maya, and Maya is playing on the ground of Brahman. So they don't understand that. Okay? So that is the 34th verse. Okay. Now 35. This is a big verse. Namaya chaitanye nahi, namaya chaitanye nahi, dino mana-bandhakara pravesha, dino manu andhakara pravesha. Dinamani means sun, the sun. Namaya chaitanye nahi, namaya chaitanye nahi, dinomano andhakara pravesha, dinomana bandhakara pravesha, dibandha kalpante dina karakare, dibandha kalpante dina karakare, sarvaram ghora drishtya, sarvaram ghora drishtya, nasatyam tad-bhavam, nasatyam tad-bhavam, samata-vishayam, samata-vishayam, nasti tallesha-matram, nasti tallesha-matram, tatha mudha sarve manasi, tatha mudha sarve manasi, satatang kalpayanti maya, satatang kalpayanti maya. This is a big verse. So what it says, not Maya, not this Maya, this cosmic ignorance, chaitanya nahi. It is not, this Maya is not in Chaitanya, means it is not finished with this. In this Maya is chaitanya nahi. There is no cosmic ignorance Maya in consciousness. That means, if you say this Maya is a power of consciousness, but it is not in the Maya, in the Brahman, then if it is Brahman, no one will get a Brahma Jnana. So, Maya, when you see the world, to explain it, you say it is the power of Brahman. But when you cross the Maya's veil and enter into the truth, then it is Brahman alone. So there is no cosmic ignorance or Maya in consciousness, just as andhakara pravesha, entry of darkness in the sun, divananda. Those that are blind, diva andha, those who are blind, for them in the noontime even sun has no sense of light. There is no light. There is no cosmic ignorance or Maya, just as darkness cannot enter the sun. Just not the darkness may be there in the eyes of a person, but that cannot enter into the sun. So projection is here, which is projected, that is beyond. So sun, like sun, Atman, Brahman, remains unchanged, not affected by the... Because of the improper vision, those who are blind during the day can only imagine darkness even when the sun is shining bright. And a blind person who has no way to see the light, so blind during the day, daytime the sun is there, but blind person standing in the sun, only imagine darkness. Owls also. So they imagine, they see it is dark. But that darkness is imagined due to the blindness. Similarly, the consciousness is everywhere, like a bright sun. But we don't see, because we are blind in ignorance. So they are comparing this idea. As a blind person, even in the full light, bright light of the day, sees darkness only and cannot see the light, self-effulgent light. Similarly, an ignorant person who is blinded by Maya cannot see the consciousness which is all around and everywhere. The sunny day, when you are out, sun is everywhere. Sun's rays are everywhere. But that owl or a blind man cannot see the light, though it is standing in the light. So ignorant person cannot see the consciousness, the Brahman, the Atman, the self, this witness consciousness, whatever so many technical terms we can give, cannot look at that, cannot feel that, cannot see that. That imagination is not true. That imagination, the blind man is imagining there is no sun. As we see, God is not there. Where to find God? We are all searching day and night. All spiritual seekers. That's why Vedanta says, whom to meditate, where to meditate? You are seeing this is Brahman. But it does not make any sense to our brain because blinded by ignorance. Maya, ignorance. These are the significance. Why you are talking about Maya, where are you talking about ignorance, avidya? That because standing in the full bright light of Brahman consciousness around everywhere, we are not seeing that. Diva-andha, like a blind in the daytime. A blind person in the daytime. It experience means the experience of darkness is not a matter of one's own interpretation, even to the slightest extent. Similarly, fools continuously imagine Maya alone in their mind. So the ignorant people are unconsciously every day thinking this world to be true, and consciousness or God, simplistic language God, is nowhere. God, you have to search for God, you have to find God. But blindness to be removed. If the blind person gets the eyesight back, what will change? Outside will change? The light was already there. Only the person's blindness gone, then the entire world becomes bright and light. It is now itself. If it is for us, we don't see God, but a Brahmajnani now at this point, a Brahmajnani, they are seeing the divine everywhere. God is pulsating, God is moving, God is in everyone. Ramakrishna used to see, that Latu is sitting like this, I see that the Lord is sitting like that. So Holy Mother saying, the ant is moving, and the Kothar, and the Radhi was trying to kill. And Holy Mother said, don't kill, don't kill, don't kill. And what she said, I see exactly, it is Sri Ramakrishna's feet, Sri Ramakrishna's eyes, Sri Ramakrishna's personality. In that ant, minute ant. It is all But why we don't see anything? That is because blindness. That blindness is ignorance, avidya, or in the cosmic level called maya. I am not seeing, that's true. Millions of people are not seeing. Why? But millions are blinded by ignorance. Only few people who have the eyesight to see. Those who have eyes, they will see. So those who have the eyes means not this eye, but the eye of wisdom, knowledge. So that's why ignorance exists in the mind. The truth is now and here. That's why all the Vedanta students, they say, you are not to meditate, but you are not to search, but to accept. Don't seek God. That's a very commonly used word. Don't seek God, but see God. You are thinking that God is sitting somewhere extraterrestrial, and one day you are meditating and it will fall from the heaven in front of you with 10 arms. Of course, that may also be. But that is not. When experience comes, comes in a flash. But it happens. That's why to remove the ignorance, to remove this concept of maya, or particularly individual experiences that are avidya, removal, that is the sadhana only to be done. That is already it is here. We are not to bring God here. God is here. Only we have to recognize it, understand. That's why Swamiji said, Loke jahake manus boliya name akha. People, normally, ordinary people, call someone as a human being. I am a servant, sevak of that Narayan, of the Narayan, the Lord, in the form of this Nara, in the human. In the human form, I see that Lord. Not only I see that, I serve at the feet of that Lord who resides in that. So their eyes are open. They can see the truth in everywhere. So one was saying that yesterday we were reading, night time, that somebody said, Swamiji is very compassionate and does not understand the quality of a person. Good man, bad man, he does not understand. He gives all great support and freedom. Then he has complained that you don't understand people and you give total liberty to, and they do wrong things. Then Swamiji said, what do you say? I do not know anything. I know their past, I know their present, I know their future, I know everything. So their eyes are so very clear, but they see and they serve God in human personality to lift them, whoever is there, from wherever. A bad guy, he is not fit for monastic life or for something. Swamiji, okay, stay. And then he is proven to be a troublemaker for others. When the complaint goes to Swamiji, then said, you don't judge people, that's why. How he can judge? In his eyes it is all one. They see the truth inside. The veil of Maya is not covering them. So that's why from that standpoint they cannot judge. Holy Mother could not make a distinction between the burglar and the Vivekananda or Brahmāṇḍa Swami, no? So that because it is a high plateau, high level of perception. Maya's veil has just been removed from there. So that is the idea. Those who are done, then they will be only the ignorant people, even standing in the middle of the bright Sunday, will see the darkness. So ignorant people like us, we see darkness, this world as real, and every happening is so real and is so involved We are all involved into it, attached to it, action, reaction, all the time going on. But the person of wisdom, they stand always above that. Not that by magic, but they see it because of their veil has been dropped. So another 15 minutes. Any question? Okay. So I can read another one. Sa-satta hīna-rūpattvāt, sa-satta hīna-rūpattvāt, avastuttvāt tathaivaca, avastuttat tathaivaca, anātmattvāt, anātmattvāt, jarattvācca, anātmattvāt, jarattvācca, nasti māyeti niṣķinu, nasti māyeti niṣķinu, sa-satta hīna-rūpattvāt, sa-satta hīna-rūpattvāt, avastuttvāt tathaivaca, avastuttvāt tathaivaca, anātmattvāt, jarattvācca, anātmattvāt, jarattvācca, nasti māyeti niṣķinu, nasti māyeti niṣķinu. But giving so many reasons why you have to understand there is no Maya. Maya is also non-existing. But you are giving value to it because you are bound under that. When you will realize, then you will understand in the way this statement is given here. Sa-satta hīna-rūpattvāt. There is Maya, sa-satta, due to lack of its own existence and form. It is not self-existing entity, but it is dependent on some entity. Because of Brahman, the Maya Shakti is there. Because of the fire, there is the heat. Because of that water, there is the fluidity. Because Ramakrishna gave the example, there is milk, there is the whiteness or fluidity of the milk. So, because of the fundamental element, this characteristic is found. So, Maya, but ignorance, the cosmic ignorance, even individual ignorance, sa-satta-hīna, it is not its own, it's not standing in its own strength. That's why sa-satta hīna-rūpattvāt, due to lack of its own existence and form. And avastuttat, avastu means it is a non-entity. Maya, there is no Maya. Non-entity appearing to be entity. Snake, non-entity, appearing to be entity in the rope. So rope is Brahman, snake is non-entity, Maya is non-entity. Maya individually has no entity. Maya is a Shakti of Brahman. If you take it away, then you can explain there is Maya, because you are seeing the impact. You may say, why are you accepting Maya at all? Because I see this world, and I am crying, weeping and rejoicing in this Maya. So do you see, Maya is there, this is an effect, looking at the effect. This world and its creation is the effect. Seeing this effect, we know there is Maya. But Maya has no independent existence. That's why sa-satta hīna-rūpattvāt, because it has no sa-satta, its own entity. Avastuttvāt, it has same idea. Avastu, it is vastu means which is a reality, this object. Because of objectivity, it is no object. It is not a solid object. It is just an imagination. And the mind creates this imagination because of the second reason. First reason is because of the form that lacks its own existence, as it is also non-entity. It has no entity at all. There is no trace of this existence of that. And anatmatvat, it is not, it's non-self, is capital, Atman. Non-atmatvat, it is not the Atman. It is not self. It is not a non-self nature. And fourth is jadatvat. Jada means inert. It is inert. It is not consciousness. Consciousness is behind. That make this non-conscious entity to be acting. Like we give the example, heat is behind the oven, over the pots and pans below. That heat is the cause of the jumping of the potatoes and rice inside the cooking pot. The jumping of the, you see the jumping. This is the example, another example, though it is not a perfect example. But looking at the jumping of the potatoes and rice in the cooking pot and the heat of the cooked item, we can consume that there is background heat. That consciousness is the heat here. Consciousness is the background. But you can see the pots and pans and also the rice and thing. It will not jump, it will not have any expression until and unless the consciousness percolates into it. So similarly, it is jada. Jada means inert. It has no consciousness of its own. It is borrowed consciousness or the consciousness reflected. That's why it appears to be so, world appears to be so real, it is so moving, it is pulsating with energy. It's with mind, with intellect, people are working with this. So Maya does not exist. Why? Giving this 4 arguments. Because of the form of the lack of its own existence, it has not existence like its own. It is a borrowed existence. Consciousness is there, ocean is there, borrowed, some water is borrowed, and that makes a shape. So the shape and the idea, these are all borrowed. So it is not, that's it, first ground, lacks its own existence. Sattahina. Second point, it is sattahinatat avastutvat. It is because it is not entity, no entity, it is no non-entity. And then third point, it is anatmatvat. It is not the conscious self. And fourth point, jadatvat. It is jada, it is matter. It cannot have its existence or its power at all. Here the tree grows, plant grows, human personality is growing. How everything is moving, how everything is pulsating in energy. What is the energy behind the energy? Pranasya prana. In the Upanishad says, this energy behind that is that eternal energy. So that consciousness is the substratum of all, and nasti maya. Like that, because of this 4 ground, we can prove that nasti maya iti nishchino. It is nasti, nothing is really there, maya, and the maya itself does not exist, because without it is only Brahman. In Brahman this projection is happening. It is non-entity. Because Vedanta will be absolute, Vedanta will say this world is not there at all. It is Maya is showing a magic show. It is nothing happened. Therefore, because of the form that lacks its own existence, as it is also a non-entity, because of its non-self nature, and due to its inertness, Maya does not exist. And iti nishchino, know it for certain, that is the truth. That means what does it say? That the world you see is illusory. That is the Vedantic term all the time we hear. It is illusory. It has non-existence. It has no existence. But how do you see the existence? It is a borrowed light. As the moon's light. Moon's light is a borrowed light. But it is light. People mistake it. And it's soothing. It pleases us. When we see the beauty of the moon, we never think that it is a borrowed light of the sun. Do anyone enjoy the moon like that? I think everyone is pleased with the moon's own beauty, as it were, as if it is moon's beauty. But it is the maya of the sun. Similarly, this world is so beautiful, and also beautiful and good and bad both. But whatever, it is only maya. It has no existence. You are seeing the rays of light of the sun, eternal sun, that Atman, that Brahman. So we end here. Om Shanti, 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat, Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Now, as usual, maybe one or two questions. Is the Jivatman the mind which is in ignorance? What is the Jivatman actually? Jivatman. Jivatman is considered to be 24 cosmic principle. There is Jivatman. How? The consciousness reflected in individual self, that is called the Jivatman. Consciousness reflected in individual mind, that is the Jivatman. Jivatman means our dream body. Just imagine what is in our dream, that is easy to remember. What is in the dream? You have 5 organs of perception. In your dream, you have eyes, ears, nose, hand, feet, 5 organs. 5 material, you have a body. That body is made like this body. This body is made of 5 gross food, gross elements, air, water, fire, etc. In the dream also, we have 5 such elements. That's why the dream body is created. So, 5 organs of perception, 5 organs of action, 5, 5, 10. 5, what is called the object of the bhutas. Pañca-bhūtāni, water, air, fire, etc., etc. Subtle, tanmātrā. And what is left? 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 10. 5 organ of perception and organs of action. 5, 5, 10. Then 5 elements, fundamental elements which make the body. And khiti of tejmurudbhav. Rupa rasgandha, and the object. That 25 into 420, plus you have your mind there. There is your mind. There is your intellect also functioning. In that dream you decide, shall I go there or run this way? Shall I eat or not eat? So there also the mind is functioning, intellect is functioning, and your ego is also functioning. And memory sometimes comes, that's why it is called chitta. Otherwise, you can say. So these are the called 24 principles.
What is
Sankho, but Jivatma niye katha hocche. What is Jivatma?
The reflection in pots, water pot.
That is the Jivatma, means what? How many items are there? That I am talking about. And Jivatman means that is the transmitting migratory soul. That moves from one body to the other body to the other body. That's the Jivatman. So the question was that what? The Jivatman.
What is Jivatman?
What? Jivatman, the mind which is the ignorance, which is in ignorance. Yes, of course, Jivatman is, so long the ignorance, avidya is there, Jivatman is there. When avidya goes away, who is Jivatman? Jivatman becomes Paramatman. The Atman, only one consciousness remains. All these ego, mind, intellect and memory, plus here is 20 principles, all this made, it's called the Jivatman. And this Jivatman transmigrates. And you understand that Jivatman in the light of the sun and etc., then you see it is like a mind is a pot, is the physical body, and water in the pot is like the mind. and the reflection of the sun, that makes the sun as if bright sun there, one sun here. You keep 20 pots and filled with water, different colored water. They say 20 sun is reflected there. So 20, these are Jivatman. But these Jivatman are only simply in name. You break the pot one by one by one by. So then you ultimately see there is no reflection. If the 20 pots are all broken, then only the sun remains. But when there is a pot, there is a body-mind identity, no? And in that body there is the mind and the reflection. That's called Chidabhaso. Chit, Chaitanya, consciousness is reflected there. So here I am talking. So whose consciousness? It is the same original consciousness reflected through the mind. That's why I am talking to you through a mind, to my understanding, to my ego. So when one can just drop all these things, then the spot is broken. The spot is broken means your identity with the physical body, the mental body, emotional body, everything is gone. Then you become that. Yeah.
Some of the aspects you're talking about, the thought and sense organs of the body, those are also like effects of Maya?
Everything is Maya. So Maya, accepting the knowledge of Brahman, accepting that absolute truth, there is neither you, neither me, neither talking, neither questioning, neither answering. In that state, when really gets absorbed into the essential nature of ours, so that is beyond Maya. But even you see anything, in dream you see, you have a God vision, that's also Maya, but a pure Maya. That is good Maya. And bad Maya is that which shows us this difficult world and this identity with the body and with the mind is the major cause. See, identity, so long the pot is there, the water is there. And water is there, the reflection is coming over there. If one disidentify, I am not the pot, I am the light. I am not the water, I am the light. I am not the mind, I am the light. So then you disidentify. It is there, reflection is, people may see, but you are tuned to the real sun in the sky. So that is me, I am that. So that should be the way to move inward. And everything is Maya. Unless we reach that point, we are in the realm of Maya all the time. Our waking state is in Maya, dream state is in Maya, sleep state is in Maya. That's why we don't know that we are Atman. If it is not Maya, then I would have known it. Though I am analyzing, it makes sense that yes, I am not the body because there is somebody in me who is now seeing my waking state, who is seeing my dream state, who is observing my dreamless sleep state. So there is something behind, but I never identify there. I am always identifying with the visible universe, with this mind and emotion and other things in the world of reality. Okay, so another question has come. From where to draw inspiration to live a life of purity that is dedicated for the pursuit of higher goals in life? From where to draw? And from where to draw inspiration? Ramakrishna is our drawing inspiration. Vivekananda is to draw inspiration. Direct disciples are there. All the saints of the different religions are there. They are our inspiration because they lived in the world. They underwent so much suffering and they understood this joys and suffering and understood that it is only appearance and the real is the ultimate truth. So we should get inspiration from holy people, from the scriptures, Shastra and the holy people. The scriptures like Gospel, like Upanishad, like Gita, like Dhammapad, like Bible, get the inspiration from those, and also the saints, the life of the saints, their life, their message. Let alone having a higher purpose in life, it is difficult nowadays to find someone as a role model who is living a clean life in the world also. That is true. It is always rare to find a person who is clean, who is perfectly pure. But even if they are there, it is very difficult for us to recognize them. True, it is true. You cannot get a holy person, Brahmajnani, a role model, ideal, in the streets, and billions, in millions and billions, only a few can be like that. But they are here. Without them, the world would not exist. But to recognize them is also difficult. Genuine people never show them that they are big, great people. And also, they'll hide themselves. And there are people, of course there, and role model is, recently we saw, Ramakrishna was the historical incident, their disciple Brahmananda, their disciples we saw, their disciples are still there. So it is a living examples are before us. So we should follow them. Even if I see a person of knowledge, we'll doubt them, we'll criticize them. Because his behavior will not be able to understand. Brahmajnanis are very difficult to understand. Swami Vivekananda, when he was here, he was most criticized. Ramakrishna himself was in Dakshineshwar. He was criticized. How do you know he is a Brahmajnani? If he is criticized like that, and his thought, and is criticized in a very vulgar way also.
Jesus Christ was crucifixed.
All the saints have their own, but to understand an avatar or a holy man, we need some holiness more. But true, you can say that who is the ideal? Yes, ideal is there. We have to make Vivekananda the ideal. You can make where our Holy Mother the ideal. It depends on your nature, what temperament suits. And see, Mother lived in a period, say, Second World War, no? That time. And also First World War. So, and so much trouble going on. People are hungry, people are dying, dead, dying in the street, no? That plague came in Calcutta, that. She went through all these things, no? So also people saw her. How many people recognize that she should be the role model in our life? How she kept the peace of mind, how she be an example among the people of that age. Nivedita and others used to come to Mother to get the inspiration from her. So I think, true, you are true that it is difficult nowadays to find someone as a role model, but we need not have to look at the living role model if you don't find. At least those who lived the other day, just the other day, their presence can be felt. So we can make them role model. Thank you. Okay? Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Tomorrow gospel class, so at 7:30 p.m. we will be here.